On my wrist today is the King Seiko Vanek, which is such a gorgeous watch, but I have a different Seiko to showcase, and this is one that I'm exceptionally excited about. I haven't been this excited about an affordable watch in many years. I think this is the best affordable watch that's in the market. I'm just impressed at what Seiko has brought to the table here when it comes to the details, when it comes to the execution, when it comes to the overall design, considering the full retail price is $450. Now, we live in a time when a lot of watch collectors can whine about Seiko. They can complain about Seiko for various things, predominantly the value for money, but this is a watch that should quiet that complaining. Thank you to Exquisite Timepieces in Naples, Florida, for lending in this new SSB release. It's because of Exquisite that I have access to so many awesome watches. They have over 60 brands in their store. They have a huge selection of Seiko. They're a great place to buy a new watch. I've linked their store below. Now, let me tell you why this watch is so dang good. It's far more, it's a lot deeper than just having a versatile reverse color panda scheme or a sub $500 price point. Those comments are surface level. The special factor really comes down to two main things. One is the unexpected details. This has a deep lacquered black, slightly reflective dial with sunken sub-registers that feature an off-white color. Now, I know Seiko's stock image makes them look almost pink, but in person, they're an off-white color. They have railroad track indexing. They have a clean, uncluttered font. This is not a busy watch for having a lot going on. I think it's pretty well organized. This SSB has a widescreen date, and I've only ever seen Seiko do widescreen date apertures on Grand Seiko models that have spring drive movements. And that's not the only other Grand Seiko-esque element on the dial. This watch has applied markers with small, defined linear ridges that run the length of each marker. They aren't cut quite as cleanly as what you would find on a Grand Seiko, but it's pretty dang close. And I love the fact that we are seeing the same concepts, the same types of details from watches that cost thousands on this watch that only costs hundreds. It feels like Seiko knows that the watch collector will love these elements, so they include them, and they do so knowing that that won't devalue a Grand Seiko experience. So these micro ridges reflect light effectively, and at times you can see a prismatic rainbow effect on them, and it's just fantastic. I was certainly not expecting to see such nice details, but they're here. From the applied logo to that thin line of white that runs the length of this shaped chrono seconds hand, I just enjoy seeing elements like these on sub $500 watches. So definitely has great unexpected details. Now, the other thing that makes this watch special is the strength of the design. It's the strength of the overall execution. Yes, you could find great details in a dog of a watch, one that's too big or too, whatever the case may be. You can find nice details in an undesirable type of package, but these details are fully appreciated when there's a cohesive, attractive design, and this watch has that. Notice there's no ugly Prospex logo on the dial. There's no water resistance designation. There's no extra text just for tradition's sake. Notice, instead of a solar quartz movement, Seiko has placed a mecha quartz movement inside, which has that mechanical type of chrono sweep and reset that's nice to see at the price. Notice the bubble-shaped Hardlex crystal. This is a very clear crystal. It's not as reflective as sapphire. I enjoy the drilled lug holes. I enjoy the multi-link bracelet. I enjoy the size ratio of the pump pushers to the case. I think this watch is well proportioned. I think this watch is versatile. You will want to play with strap options with this design. I think this watch is comfortable to wear. I think this looks good with jeans and a t-shirt, but it could also slide under a sport coat and look equally at home. So in short, the details here, these unexpected details, are placed in a solid design that I think looks neither too retro nor too modern. It's just well done. Now, that said, is it perfect? No. I would have liked to see a milled clasp. I would have liked to see some more micro adjustment holes. On the dial, maybe take out the millisecond hashes within that main railroad index track, but none of those nitpicky comments are close to being deal breakers in my eyes. In closing, here it is next to a few other watches, and I hope this helps you see how it would wear compared to other well-known Seiko models. First is a 41mm solar speed timer. This is probably the best visual comparison, but you do notice the about 3mm of case size difference here. The SSB is certainly the more versatile watch when it comes to a color scheme perspective. Here it is next to an SPB 153 Willard. This is 42.5mm in diameter, and although the Willard costs about $1,000 more than this SSB, I think these two would make a very formidable Seiko duo when you're looking for sporty type of watches. Now here it is next to a blackout turtle. Now this is where the size difference really comes to the forefront. The turtle is a 45mm watch and looks absolutely massive next to the SSB. So if you're looking for something that's sub 40mm, I think you would really enjoy this Seiko chronograph. Now lastly, here it is next to an absolute Seiko icon, the Marine Master 300 or MM300. And this is a premium quality Seiko diver. It is among the best they make when it comes to the quality, the components, the finishing, and yet this chronograph doesn't look out of place next to the Marine Master. The average person, especially from arm's length, they could never tell that one costs over $2,000 or $3,000 and the other one costs under $500, and that's a nice thing. So the next time someone tells me they have about $500 to spend and they're asking for my opinion on what they should look into, I'm going to suggest this SSB 479. I'm going to suggest this watch for new collectors that are getting into Seiko or getting into watches. I think it's a very approachable model, and I personally hope that Seiko makes it in a larger size in the future. 38.5mm looks great. I think a lot of people are going to enjoy this size, but there are also many other watch collectors out there that would like a larger size, maybe 40, 41, 42. So let's see if Seiko does that. I appreciate you watching today. Let me know your thoughts on the watch below. You're welcome to send me a private email if you wish, and I hope to see you back in another video.